Look to that steam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. They said we would never be back. Nick, you would never guess who tried to stop me from being back this week.
Who?
Have a look out of that fucking weather at the moment. Now, Nick, I don't know if, you do know. So, Brett's living the current bachelor life. I thought it'd be a great idea to move down the coast. I'll get my mate's camper trailer. Last 2 days, been an absolute heaven, right?
Yeah.
I sent you photos of me with a laptop. Me's having beer. Oh man, I'm sending messages to all my mates going, check this out. How sick is that? Best time ever down the coast. Last night, get home at 1 a.m. after flying in from Sydney in the middle of a fucking storm. My Katie's over the fence, nearly in the ocean. All the fucking pegs have been pulled out. Like just shit everywhere. Like pots, pans, toasters. Like it looked like a cyclone ripped through the thing. So last night, get home at like 1 a.m. Maybe it was even closer to 2. And then by the time I got everything secure and strapped down, it was like 5 a.m. I was like, fuck my fucking life.
Oh, man. It's funny because Mike never says anything, you know what I mean? He never, you know, he cares at the right times, you know?
Yeah.
And then when you posted that story of you having a barbecue by the ocean and a beer, he messaged me a screenshot of it and he goes, is Brett okay?
Man, I was like, because you know, I don't mind that. Like, I love camping. I grew up camping. You know, we camped for months on end. Love doing it, having the best time. And I was like, I had the beer, I had the fucking barbecue. I was like, everyone is a fucking idiot. I've got this sorted.
Yeah.
And then last night at 5 a.m. when I'm like pulling this fucking rope to attach it to my fucking wheel at 5 a.m., I'm like, I am a fucking idiot. But anyway, what do you do?
Oh man, it was so crazy. Because I thought you were in like a demountable of some kind.
No, so mate,
the trailer. What? So it's a trailer. Is it a pop top?
So it's a trailer, and then it pops out to it's like a camper trailer, and then it's got a fucking little annex. And then I just had a KD on. I call them KDs. People call them pop-ups as well. And to the side of that, strapped it all down. You know what I'm like. I'm over pegging it. Everything's in. I've got like the weed mat on the ground. I've got the fucking gas burner. I've made it a steak. I was so fucking happy. I went for a swim in the ocean at like 6 p.m. with a beer. I was like, this is fucking living.
Yes.
Woke up in the morning to go to Sydney at like 5. I was in the ocean at 4:30. I was like, fuck having a shower. I'm going to have a shower in the ocean.
Man,
why wouldn't you?
Yes.
Sun's coming up. I'm like, oh, I'm the king. And then get there and fucking the tarps over here. But the worst part was because it's an old school, like with canvas, as people know, when a canvas starts to age, it doesn't get as waterproof anymore.
Oh, right.
It can only kind of, the water doesn't bead off anymore.
Yeah.
It kind of holds, and then it goes through. And I was like, but I had to pull the tarp off last night because it was turning into a sail in a storm, and I couldn't actually pin it because I didn't have like a lot of trees to fucking rope it down properly, and it was just heaving. I thought it was going to rip the tarp in half. So I had to take the tarp off completely. And then just flooded the tent. I was just sleeping on a wet mattress at like 5 a.m. And I got up at like 8 and I was like, all right, hopefully the storm fucks off. So I'm still,
it's still here.
It's still here.
Yeah, nearly 12 hours later.
Nearly 12 hours later.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, but it was all right. But man, I was so excited because last night I was doing this thing for Question Everything in Sydney, doing like a trial. And I was so pumped. I was like, finally. You know, I'm having to go on the ABC. I fucking made it.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, I'm living by the beach, but I'm living like a king. I'm like, things are turning around. And then I was like, well, if I have to drive, have you ever done this drive before when you drive from the airport to like even the city and you go from airport to the fucking city, that road, after 9 o'clock, it's always 60 kilometers an hour. It's a 100 zone. It's always 60. Have you ever been on that road?
Yeah. I get okay with it, but man, Golston and I got caught in driving from Yarraville to here. Yeah, and it took us an hour and 10 minutes.
Jesus.
I don't know. That's it, man. I do get stuck in those traffic things sometimes, but as comedians, we never really get stuck in those.
No.
you know, I'm never driving at 5 o'clock.
No.
And I'm never driving at 9 o'clock.
No.
So to get stuck in one of those things, it's extra frustrating for us.
Well, we don't see the equation, but my frustration was, I was like, man, I can get down from the airport to Mornington in an hour and a half, but there was roadworks, but there was no roadworks. So instead of being at 100, I was just sitting on 60 till I got past the West Gate, and then I got off, and then I was on a toll highway. It would cost me $17 in tolls, and then I was going 40, 60, 80, back to 40. I was like, man, there should be a rule. If you're on a toll highway and they reduce your speed, you shouldn't have to fucking pay. That's the whole point of being on a toll road, isn't it? Why am I paying $18 to go 40 k's an hour? This is fucked. I'm asking for a refund. Is that too much?
Ask for a refund.
I'm asking for a refund. I reckon,
Yeah, it would have been a lot quicker if I hadn't have taken your road.
Yeah, if I just went like the scenic route, which added 20 minutes, it would have been fucking quicker.
And man, was all the flights on time?
No.
Man.
I got fucked. I got fucked in every single way. I had a Nick Cap a day. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna miss this plane. Get to the airport, and then plane's delayed. Great, I've got time. Realize I forget my fanny pack. Back at the studio, got to get an Uber back to the studio. Get there, get back to the airport on time. I'm rushing to the gate, delayed another fucking hour. Then we get on the tarmac. This only happens to you, I swear to God. And then on the tarmac, and the guy's like, the captain, the guy, he's like, man, guys, there's another 5 planes in front of us, so we're going to be sitting here for 30 minutes. And it's like 11:30 at that stage. So I didn't really get into the car till like 12:20, and then hit the coast. I reckon I hit the campsite at 2:05.
I had to fly out of Sydney on Sunday, and then my flight was at like 8:10 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I wake up and it says your flight is now been cancelled, but don't worry, you're on a 7:20 flight. And I'm like, what? That's earlier.
Oh no, you don't want the earlier one.
They do this to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking put all my stuff in, get there.
Wait, they send that to you in the morning though?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
And then I got to the airport, and I was like, there's no 7:20 flight. And they're like, no, they've postponed it for tomorrow.
Oh, it was a full day?
I didn't read the date.
Well, you wouldn't read the date. Why would you?
Yeah, I was just like in a panic. And then the lady, I said, I've got to get back tomorrow. I've got to see a doctor. And they're like, nah. She said, look, probably tomorrow's one will be like cancelled as well. And you won't leave till lunchtime. So she goes, I would just go to Rex and book that flight out.
Really?
Yeah. And sure enough, I got the notification. And
was it Jetstar?
No, it was Virgin.
Virgin?
Yeah.
Virgin I haven't had a cancelled Virgin ever, I don't think.
No, I've been having them all over the place.
Fuck.
I don't know why. I think it's short staff or something. I don't know.
Man, Qantas all the time, but then, you know when I said the flight was originally at 9, and they said it was delayed, but then I get to the airport and it said, final call, Qantas 9, and I'm sprinting, and I like dive with my little thing. It's like, beep, beep, and she's like, oh, no. Your flight's over there. It's for another hour. I was like, so there is a 9 o'clock one. I've just been kicked off it. They're like, yeah, it's full. I was like, you fucking cunts.
Well, man, sounds like you need one of these.
Oh my God! When did you find that?
I went to Sydney, and I went to the DM podcast studio, and the betoota guys. They said, they offered them to us. They said, we got some in the fridge. And I didn't ask. I just went and got them. There was no one there. It was a Saturday.
Beautiful. Thank you to the boys of the betoota. Also, did someone punch you in the face today?
No.
You're bleeding on the side of the lip.
Oh, man. I don't know what happened. You know when you just don't have a pimple on your lip for like
ever
20 years, and then you get one, and it destroys your life for 2 weeks.
I thought, because you've been doing the fitness classes, I thought you might have fucking thrown a weight or something, or done a boxing.
No, a few people have wanted to, but you know.
What, bash you?
Yeah.
They're like, we can't fucking stand this cunt anymore.
At the gym. Man, also, I forgot to...
Before you do that,
yeah.
Quick thing, the betoota thing, have you watched the TV series on Stan? Or Paramount?
I watched 2 episodes. It's great.
How good is the one on the Cronulla riots? I fucking loved it.
Yeah, man, it was so great.
We forgot how fucked that whole situation
insane.
was, and then like really breaking it down step by step, like about the text messaging. I forgot about that.
Yes.
The lifeguard thing was made up, and they interviewed like that old guy from Cronulla. He's like, yeah, I used to bash all these lebs down the beach. You're like, what the fuck? It was insane. But
Man,
they really put the series together well, so if you get a chance, fucking check it out.
So good. I watched the Super League one.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, so good, man. Great. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, yeah, they had a bunch of beers in the studio, and yeah, I was like, I said to our mate Alex J, who's there, I was like, is there any Tooheys Extra Dry in these fridges? She goes, yeah, I think there is. No one's touched them. And I'm like, hell yeah.
So Shout out to the boys at the Betoota. Kappa just stole this from your fridge, so go fuck yourself. Thanks, guys. But also, the joke's probably on me. It's 1.7%. I've got to drive, so I'll probably be wrapped around a tree at some stage.
Yeah, maybe put it with water, like cordial.
Yeah, water it down like cordial.
We forgot to say, it's Tooheys Extra Dry Platinum.
It's the Platinum.
Tooheys Extra Dry
Oh,
Platinum.
my Lord.
Yes. We probably should have said that at the start. People are laughing out.
Man, but people know what it is.
Man, it's crazy shit. Yeah, man, isn't it? Do you think it's weird? Because what, you filmed an episode of Question Everything with Will Anderson.
I was doing the trial. I've got the main one next week, I believe.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do you think it's insane? Did you? Because I never really watched I watched the Comedy Gala a few times growing up.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Arj Barker on it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I did a gig with him the other night, and then you're doing a TV show with Will Anderson. But I used to listen to Will Anderson on Triple J with Adam Spencer when I was driving the tractor. And I would go, oh yeah, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Like my mate and I would be like, well, as soon as we got off the tractors, we're like, did you listen to this bit? Did you listen to this bit? When they interviewed this guy, Adam Spencer and all. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. And I went to the store the Comedy Store on Saturday to see, because I had to drive Gareth Reynolds there. And I just thought, I'll see Will Anderson's podcast, right? So we're out the back having a beer, right? And I met Will before, nice guy. Rips the piss out of me because I ripped the piss out of him on Dum Dum because I saw him eating a huge packet of chips one night when he was high at 2 a.m.
When he's high, so every night?
Yeah, he was like eating, like, when you just, after like 25, you don't eat packets of chips in the street?
No.
He's eating like a huge bag.
You know something's gone wrong in your life when you're eating a huge bag of chips, which cut to me last night in the tent, eating a huge bag of chips.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just, like the normal size Sandboy chips, or are we talking like
We're talking like party bag.
Nah, that's too much.
Like the big,
family size.
The big bag.
Was it Sandboy?
It was Ruffles or something. Yeah. And anyway, so I walk in, and his mate, he does a podcast with Charlie. He goes, this is Nick Capra, he ripped the piss out of me on Dum Dum. And then he's like, I was eating chips at night, and they're like, you monster. And he's like, I was high. And I was like, it was a packet of chips this big. And then everyone called him a monster.
Yeah.
They're like, why are you eating chips that big? But then, man, I had like this moment, right, where in walks Adam Spencer. He was a guest on the podcast. So they're both sitting across from me, and I'm like starstruck.
Man, I'm glad you said it because I had the same thing yesterday.
Yeah.
It's insane because I grew up watching The Glass House. I had The Glass House on DVD. I fucking loved The Glass House.
Show.
And last night, even though I was doing the rehearsal, not on the main show, I was sitting next to Will Anderson.
Yeah.
And he was telling jokes, like ripping me and doing jokes to camera and throwing the bits. And I was like, there was a moment when I was like, I am sitting next to Will Anderson doing this. This is not in my wildest dreams could I imagine this would happen.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And he's like the nicest guy, and he's so fucking professional.
Well, you were telling me he directs the show as he goes.
Man, he's like all over it. He's like, he walks out, there's the cast, so the audience, so he does like a little bit of warm up with the audience. He's got a warm up person, but he gets them going. He tells them what's going on. It's like a fucking organism. And then he's like, all right, next clip. And then if there's something doesn't go, he goes, oh, instead of like, because he edits it as well. Yeah. He's like, actually, we'll just do that again so it saves us in the suite later. And he's just like but then he's like, he's full like director mode. And then he's like, all right, we're on. And then bang, 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 joke, off the cuff. And you're just like, this cunt's a pro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, I'm shaking over here trying to remember my 2 gags.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got 3 funny things to say. I've got to
When
see.
you had those Glasshouse DVDs, man.
Yeah.
Did you think you were going to do comedy?
No, I didn't. I always wanted to do it, but I didn't think. I could never see how you could get to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
I had the DVDs. I used to write stand-up as a kid when I was like
really?
15. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I've got one of the old books.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I used to write jokes.
Fuck, I got to see these.
Dude, I used to write sketches for like, what was it, Skid House, Sketchbox?
Yeah.
Right, and I would have been in year 10, and me and my mate Tom, we used to write sketches, like, we thought we were real funny.
Man.
And one day I rang up, I got the phone book out, I rang Channel 9, and I just said, hello, my name's Brett, I got a few sketch ideas, and the lady's like, yeah, that's not really how it works.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I didn't know this, but I was like, all right, I'll give you, because I was like, she's playing hardball, I'll just tell her 2 of the sketches. I said, all right, well, here's one of the sketches. And then I told her 2 of the sketches. She's like, oh, that's actually really funny. But I'm the receptionist. So she had nothing to do with the production company. And then the next day at school, I was like, Tom, I think we're in. I was like, man, she really said they were funny. So that's positive.
The Milky Bars are on me.
The Milky Bars are on me.
Yes, yeah. No, man, I never even had any vision I was going to do stand-up. Never.
Really?
So I was just sitting on the tractor, you know.
Just copping
listening to
diesel
these
soot?
guys. Yeah, just loving it. Just really loving it. But when you drove the tractor, at a boomer, you had to drive north-south to get good radio reception. If you were in a field and you were going east-west, it would go for 12 hours.
So you had to be in the right direction.
That's why I'm crazy. The radio. It was fucked.
I had a
man.
shit car with a shit CD player or whatever. And as soon as you get that vibrator, it'd be and just skipping. You'd be like,
dude.
fuck, but it was either that or nothing.
Yeah,
so you just go insane.
Yeah, sometimes I would turn it off. I would just be like, I can't handle this anymore. I'm going to kill somebody.
My car radio doesn't work at the moment because I don't have the security code. It's a fucking Ford from 2010. You know, with those big... No one's going to fucking steal that thing. But I just sit in silence like a psycho and just drive for 2 hours with no noise.
My father-in-law does that for like 10 hours, and he has a radio. Like, he'll drive from here, from Melbourne to Queensland.
Yeah.
No music.
Well,
Just silence.
I've been doing the silence, and then I was like, this is insane. So now I drive with my like headphones, like the big Bose ones. Yeah. And now I just look like an autistic kid. Just driving around like I can't deal with reality. And
man, I bought you a gift in Japan. I've been meaning to give you this for a while now.
Okay.
It is hard. Podcast is an audio medium.
But we are on video, guys, so make sure
we
you
are
jump
on
on
video.
YouTube. 90% of them are up there.
They have these places called Don Quixote, right?
Okay.
And they're open 24 hours.
What is a Don Quixote?
A Don Quixote is like a knick-knack store, like a big chain.
Oh, like a $2 thrift shop?
$2 thrift shop. However, you can also get groceries there, and then you can also get the best watch ever there. Not the best watch, but like a Tag Heuer watch worth 20 grand, or spirits, beers.
How good does Don Quixote sound as well?
Don Quixote, yeah, they got the best song. Don Quixote.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they got this Ferris wheel at the Osaka one, and then they pride themselves that it's a Ferris wheel that doesn't go round. It's the first one to go oval shape. It's this weird oval shape, and it's like the greatest oval shaped Ferris wheel, and I'm like, who cares, man? Who cares?
Guys, we did it.
Rounder would be better. But man, I saw this in the Don Quixote. I bought you a ball gag that has 3 funnels in it. I don't know what it fucking does.
The fuck?
I saw it. It doesn't have what use it has or anything.
So it's a normal ball gag that you get at a sex shop.
Yeah.
And then it's got like 3 little, they kind of like look like something you'd attach to the end of like an oil nozzle or something to get into
like
your
that,
dirt
like
bike.
a funnel. Yeah.
I'm calling it now. I think that's definitely sexually related, and that's for cum. What do you reckon? What else would it be?
I don't know, man. You got to find out. Let me know.
I'll walk around the caravan park with this and see what happens.
Man.
I've seen a few of those back in my time.
Yeah, funny as hell. But yeah, I've been saving that up. It was like, it's awesome. I was thinking one time when you're on your birthday or something, we should put it on you and just pour beers down it. Like, we should just pour a different spirit into each one.
Little shots of fucking whatever.
Yeah, man, yeah.
It doesn't look safe.
That is actually good content. Yeah, we can't lose that.
All right,
I gotta try that.
How about we keep it for a Patreon?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a quick one from us this week. You got anything else to add?
No, mate. No, nothing. I got a big tour coming up. We've got the new Brew Dudes coming to Adelaide and Melbourne. We're going to skip Perth this year, but we might be back later on in the year.
We might do a Perth Fringe is a bit of a fuck around, so we might just do a one-off Perth one and like tee up with some gigs.
Yeah.
You
Like
just
went to Perth.
Yeah.
Far out.
Wild. Yeah, I once you're there, you just need a little break, you know.
Yeah, you do need a break from Perth.
Oh my!
I went 3 times this year.
That's enough.
And I need a break from Perth.
It was 43 degrees as well. I was like, I want to fucking kill myself.
Actually, take me back to Perth. I love the heat.
No, it was too much.
Too much?
It was too much. And then you couldn't even jump in the pool and cool down because the water was too fucking hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck this noise. Gigs were good though, but yeah, we're hitting Adelaide soon. I think I'm not doing any shows next year, but Kappa's got his new show. Also, the Brew Dudes will be in Adelaide and Melbourne, so the tour dates will be announced
Also,
there.
I forgot to say we're in Warrnambool in like 2 weeks, or is it next week? It's like a week and a half.
I think it's next week. We're in Warrnambool, but I believe it's like a Christmas show.
Okay.
He hasn't really let us know anything about it.
He tagged me in something.
Did he?
Yeah. So Dirty Angel Comedy, look that up.
Dirty Angel Comedy, if you're in Warrnambool.
I'm sure if you Google Warrnambool Comedy, you'll find out.
Yeah,
If you go to the main street and just yell out, does anyone know anything about comedy?
We'll probably be there and respond and go, yeah, we're here. We're on this night.
Yeah, let us know. Come up and say hi at the show afterwards. Tell us if there's any good craft breweries around there we should see.
100%.
Would love that. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Brett's put some good shit up there. I put some shit up there.
Yeah.
My windsock came off my mic, so there's a bit windy in the sound.
Yeah, but man, the Patreon channel's looking good. We're like doing independent reviews. It's like, man, it's pretty much fire. I think we're up to 43. Our goal is to get to 100 Patreons. So I think it's $5 a month, and like we're putting up 2 or 3 videos a month, not just audio. It's video content, so you can get around that. Also, the wrong way around is looking so good. We've just gone through all the drafts and done our notes. So, man, we're excited.
It's exciting. I'm meeting up with the editor guy tomorrow for an hour. It's going to be great. It's going to be good.
It's going to be so fucking good. I cannot wait. We're hoping like mid-July. We're going to do mid-January, sorry. Mid-January, fuck, I'd fucking kill myself.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised. Knowing us.
Yeah.
No, but we're going to do like a little launch party. So if you're on one of those tiers that did it during the Pausable campaign, obviously you'll get to come in for free. And if not, it would be like a $10 ticket or whatever the fuck it is. And it just goes straight back to the fucking production. So,
yes.
Man, I'm excited. But guys, until next time, keep it flat. Stick. Oh.